That's why I got my phone for music. Exactly. There we go. That's why I got my phone. Well, we're live. It is live. So the Asani is like, she wants to say the weather report. So funny. But I get to show her. Hey, write down this portion to prepare a weather report. It's tiny. It's a different human being in 25 years, man. For those of us, you know, assisting in bringing manifestations to Earth, to Midgard. All right, so we're doing it. We're here. About to find this music. Peaceful greetings, Islam, Islam, Islam. I am Brother Hasan Ghaziel Bey here in Morocco at Northwest Amexem, and I'm here with my magnificent broski doskies.
Islam, namaste, Brother Corey Bey. In the
Islam, Terrell, Tamari Bey.
Islam. All righty, broski doskies. Well, what we have here, guys, we'd like to welcome you, of course. This is our 7 Hill Star 7-day Tropic Medical Astro Weather Report, right? And this is for the 12th August 2021 to the 18th August 2021. All righty, and if I remember the order correctly, it goes me, Brother Corey, and Brother Terrell for that is Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Brother Terrell continues on Sunday. Brother Corey has Monday, I have Tuesday, and Brother Terrell will conclude on for Wednesday, that's the 18th. And we will give you our testimonies, our diverse testimonies for the 12th to the 18th August 2021. Let me look for music here, man. Like, that's what I was supposed to be putting on here. I'm gonna grab my phone for something. Let's see. Do we go for, I know I've been playing Bach lately. Should I play some Chopin? Chopin. Right? Some people be like, you talking about chopping? I like screwed and chopped. I like people be chopping it up too.
What that chopping?
You feel me? I'm about to play that chopping, shorty. All right.
That's that Chopin, son. That's that Chopin, son.
I'm about to play that chopping jump.
Yo.
Day right that time.
No, you still didn't get it right. Like, you tried to.
Oh my God.
I didn't get my John degree yet.
Stop it.
What am I doing?
Stop it, yo. Just stop it.
Just relax. You know what I mean? It'll happen when it's meant to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's okay. It'll happen.
You can't force that, John. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, right?
It just drop into it. You know?
I know people from Shaka Mox said, "What did he just say, John?"
Right.
Like your uncle.
Right. Like dear John.
Is he talking about like Frere Jacques Jean? Let me stop. Anyway, you know, are you sleeping, Brother John? Frere Jacques? Okay, anyway. So en français. We're about to get started, guys. Let me hit the share screen content on this, all right? Oh, I gotta hit multiple people can share on the host computer. Let's do that there, right? Do that. Right? And I guess for right now, what I can do, all right, let's hit the share content. All right. Share it. Here we go. Here we go. Bingo, butterfuco. All right, so let's get this going ski. All righty, y'all. Light up. Here we go. So, guys, I'd like to welcome you again to the 7 Hill Star Astro Calendar, March, Aries 2021 to February, Pisces 2022. And we've been going through this calendar, you know, slowly but surely, guys. And, you know, we got some really great calendar items for you that can be personalized to your natal chart. We'll get into those details after we do our diverse testimonies which comprise the full synthesis, which delineates the 12th August 2021 to the 18th August 2021. All righty, so here we go, kicking it off with Prophet Noble Drew Ali, as always, in the forefront of everything that we do. Time never was when man was not quoting El-Hajj Sharif Abdul Ali, doing religious corporate activity, being Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Islam, and moving forward, we're analyzing the fire sign Leo, pertaining to the lion, right? Some would say, typographically, I guess, right, or archetypically. Ruled by the sun, you know, its dispositor is the sun, and the calendar in which the calendar month we're looking at for August, it has both a Leo transit concluding and going into a Virgo transit. Virgo is the earth sign, dealing with the Virgin, right? Virgo the Virgin holding the baby, right? And ruled by Mercury, its dispositor is Mercury, all right? And here we go, guys. As I said before, we're going through the 12th, 13th, and the 14th, all right? 15th through the 18th. All right? That's what we're going over. While the Chopin is bumping in the background. All righty, right? Got it on 12 centimeter speakers. No, I'm kidding. All right. Here we go, guys. Here, I'm kicking it off, right? I start off this one here, right? Because I have the 12th, is that correct? And the 17th. So my one testimony, all righty, this is the only transit for that day, guys. All righty, it's the only transit for the 12th. So the 12th August 2021, the moon trines a retrograde Saturn at 0832 minutes thereafter. All right. And it's interestingly, you know, it's interesting because, you know, Luna is just going, you know, is right in between a degree pertaining to courage and triumph. And a fixed star that's actually, from my perspective here on the planet now, at about 10 degrees Libra, 26 minutes, 12 seconds. It's the Gamma Virginis star. So it's the, I think Gamma is like 6 or 7 magnitude star in Virgo. And it deals with a redefined level of character and prophetic instincts, right? So I just thought that was rather interesting with Saturn at the executive and presidential degree in Aquarius. However, coming from the principle of things degree at 10 degrees Aquarius. So, you know, with Luna in Libra in the first house in the 15th lunar mansion, trine Saturn in Aquarius in the 5th house in the 25th lunar mansion, I bear testimony stating creatively gain and fortify in group builds by sharing the essentials in harmony with one's self-sufficient endeavors. One more time. Creatively gain and fortify in group builds. All righty. So in your group builds, creatively gain and fortify by sharing the essentials that are in harmony with one's self-sufficient endeavors. Now yield the floor to Brother Corey Bey. Islam.
Islam. Peace and love. So we are at Friday, correct? Yeah, Friday the 13th, August 2021. We have the moon in Libra. Sunrise is 6:22. Sunset is 20. Excuse me, clear my throat. 20:00, if you will. The first delineation or testimony is at 4:13 for the sun sextiling the moon. All right, the sun is in Leo at 20 degrees 48 minutes in the second house, at 60 degrees away from the moon at 20 degrees Libra, 48 minutes in the 4th house. All right, so here, balancing one's emotions and spirit within opens a portal to manifest that which one values, therefore harvesting the fruit of one's labor. Islam. All right. Continuing on, we are at 11:20 where the moon squares a retrograde Pluto, if I read that right. The moon is 24 degrees Libra, 56 minutes in the first, and that Pluto is in the fourth house, 24 degrees Capricorn. All right, so finding harmony here. Now, even though it's a square, check this out. Finding harmony by obeying one's constitution may somewhat agitate the structure currently under transformation. The currently transforming structure, the shit that's falling apart. So finding harmony with your own constitution will, choke the straw, you know what I'm saying, and dismantle that which we've been feeding kind of from the inside out. All right, yeah, moving right along. We're moving on to 1638, where the moon is trine a retrograde Jupiter. All right, so the moon is at in Libra, 28 degrees, 1 minute in the 10th, and that's 120 degrees, or trining that retrograde Jupiter at 28 degrees Aquarius, right, in the 12th. So expanding jurisprudent practice.
Second.
Second. Yes, that is correct. I sit corrected. All right. So yeah, we're expanding jurisprudent practice here. Okay, it's a good time to get your hair done. You know what I'm saying? The moon will be void course for the next 3 hours, 23 minutes, and 19 seconds. My calculations are correct. So moon is void of course, buyer's remorse, keep your silver in your wallet and hold tight until the moon enters Scorpio. If you want to, I don't know, you might want to keep what's in your pocket behind the scenes. But the moon is in Scorpio, enters Scorpio, ingresses Scorpio at 20:01 and 19 seconds. That's going down in the 8th house. And the delineation here is the spirit of inheritance is on the thoughts of mind. The spirit of inheritance is on the thoughts of mind. I yield the floor. Thank you. Islam.
Thank you. Islam. Islam. All right. So Eloah Kasayel, it's the 14th of August, 1441. All right. Sunrise is at 0623 minutes after, and sets at 1958. Right. What are we looking at here? Our first aspect here is at 0333 minutes. The moon in Scorpio, right? It's sextiling Mercury in Virgo, right? 4 degrees, 23 minutes, both planets, as you see there, right? We got 4th house, 5th house. Yeah. Communicating in multiple ways, the importance pertaining to mental stability and clarity brings domestic structure, right? So the communication is key always. That's just, it always gets things flowing. So find new ways to relate and communicate, so to speak, right? Moving on, and that's the next aspect, 1154. Moon still in Scorpio, of course. So in the 1st house, it is squaring, what's that, Jupiter? Is that Jupiter? That's Saturn. Moon squares Saturn in Aquarius in the 4th house, right? 9 degrees, 16 minutes, right? So, finding ways to get through that. How people want you to be and just be who you are, so to speak, right? Balance within relations are at the forefront. So, balance is what's needed for, structure to be, expanded within the group, so to speak. Responsibility from each individual will remove all obstacles, right? So like us as all individuals, for a group to be, solid, each individual has to be their own, self-governed master, the master mason that they are, right? Moving on, 1308. The moon is sextiling Mars in Virgo, right? Moon is still in Scorpio, of course. It's the same day, 14th of August. 9 degrees, 59 minutes. 10th house, 12th house. All right. What did I write? What did I delineate here? Observing one's duties and obligations will uncover many treasures, right? So, realizing the things that you have, what you have to do, so you can inherit the things that, it's pretty much right in front of you. However, you have to put in work to, grasp these things that have been, placed before you, so to speak. No need to bicker, with undesirables about, status and things of that sort, right? Just, you understand your position, so you move accordingly. We're at 2100, 18 minutes. The moon is still in Scorpio, right? So it's reflecting your Uranus in Taurus, 14 degrees, 48 minutes, 48, 46. Second house, eighth house, right? Yeah, so a physical touch and or mental disconnect from falsehoods will bring forth the idea pertaining to washing your mind. Right. So, the physical touch, that can just be, any type of intimate situation, so to speak. But if not, you'll be experiencing those things, like you may want those things. So you may get over that, with certain realizations pertaining to your value system, so to speak, and not settling for what doesn't really benefit your constitution in any way, your constitution. We're moving on here. This is Sunday now. That was the last delineation for the 14th of August. The moon reflecting Uranus and Taurus at 2118, right? So the 15th of August, Eloah Michael, right? What are we looking at here? It's 10:33 here. It's first aspect. The moon is still in Scorpio, 22 degrees, 33 minutes. It's trining Neptune in Pisces, 22 degrees, 33 minutes. Second house, sixth house. All right. So, wait. Yes. Second house, sixth house.
Yes.
The ideas pertaining to expanding soul development and how this inner development inspires beings to know thyself is really, being intuitively grasped, because when you be yourself, other people are like, oh man, you are just weird or whatever. You're just so weird. And it's just like, okay, whatever. And then that at that moment kind of, releases that pressure that they think in their mind, like, oh man, I have to do certain things to have certain people around me and stuff like that. That's a whole falsehood right there. That's literally a lie, a mental process that's not really actual, but it's actual when you, think it in your mind over and over again. So we'll move on. 1119, the moon is still in Scorpio. It's 23 degrees and it's squaring the sun at this moment, right? So like Brother Corey was saying something about, what did you say? Oh yeah, when the moon first ingressed into Scorpio, like, yeah, you may want to just be cool on the resources for these few days. Just don't really do it. Just put it in the cart. Put everything in the cart, and then get it when you on another day that we probably say you should probably get it or whatever. Just trust yourself. Yeah. Resources should be gathered and calculated, right? So, get an order to your, how you spend your resources, so to speak. Don't be confused by the cover of a book. So just don't let the beauty and the glory of how something looks, confuse you into buying into that, energy, because you may be sucked, and be drained and be, pretty sad about that and miserable. I'm okay. I wasn't joking, but I'm kind of joking, sort of. Whatever. All right, moving on. 1432. Moon sextiles Pluto and Capricorn, 24 degrees, 54 minutes. 12th house, second house. Yeah, see, it's like, those resources are at the forefront. Just don't do it. Just let the inheritance come to you. Inherit. Realize your inheritances. Realize what's in front of you. Utilize it. Make use of it already. With proper preparation, there will be an opportunity for psychological transformation and resourceful transformation, right? So, just realizing what needs to be calculated and done so you can expand on the things that you already have so you can get more of it and maybe better, whatever, or just learn how to create these things that you value so much. 1923, we're moving on here. Goodness gracious. The moon is still in Scorpio, of course, yes. 27 degrees, 45 minutes. It's squaring Jupiter. Is that Jupiter? That is Jupiter. Jupiter is in Aquarius. 27 degrees, 45 minutes. First house, ninth house. Oh yeah, I like that. That's a beautiful aspect for you. That's realization. That's really realizing who you are, type. Through the tension of other people's perspectives, who they think you're supposed to be. Again, there may be frustration pertaining to positions. However, changing one's mind may alleviate the tension. All right. So, just changing your mindset pertaining to the situation, of course, will, alleviate, that situation, just simply. And of course, breathing. Right. So, what people think about what your status is, and who you are, that doesn't matter to you unless you says it does. Right. Period. Moving on. 2305. This is the last aspect for the moon in Scorpio. Finally, right? The whole transit of the moon. What was that? Oh, those are this is definitely a good time to paint and shit too, dance, do the creative shit you like to do, man. Honor your ancestors. Seriously. Know who they are. Connect with those energies. With the moon in Scorpio, last aspect, like I said, 29 degrees, 55 minutes. In the seventh house, in sextile, Venus in Virgo. In the sixth house. Uniting one's skill and things inherited will bring a lovely change in ways pertaining to thinking. Right? Yeah. And, and things pertaining to what you value, the beauty beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? Those things are coming to reality. You are starting to really understand, or you are really starting to grasp what these meanings mean. And they aren't just words. We aren't just talking. We are just talking, but it has meaning, so to speak. And like I said, that's the last aspect there.
I'll admit you had some very interesting transits to give testimony for. And even this one is just it's so many other things going on in this one that the fact that this is right before the moon ingresses Sagittarius and before Venus ingresses Libra, it's almost telling, it's almost like a signature, a sign off with what's going on with Uranus and Taurus, which is on the ascendant. So Venus is in this aspect with the moon while ruling the ascendant. It's whoa. It almost looks like everything's pointing to that. It makes me think what's between 8 and 9 degrees Taurus, but I yield.
I think that's neurasthenia. I think 9 degrees is neurasthenia.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that's those values stopping, certain things stopping, certain shock. And that's in the sixth house too. So yeah, it could be some health issues coming to the forefront pertaining to overindulgence, but there's an opportunity to, deal with that shit and not, experience the turmoil pertaining to that, situation, so to speak.
Indeed, because even, in our encyclopedias of medical astrology by Howard Leslie Cornell and looking up neurasthenia is the, a shutdown of your, muscular system, so to speak, from overexertion.
Right.
To put, in simple terms as best as possible. However, I yield the floor, brothers. Islam.
The moon goes void at this aspect, and it only goes void for 6 minutes. So you should be just chilling, for 6 minutes, right? You can literally wait 6 minutes. Like, oh my God. But moon goes into Sagittarius at 23:11, 11:11. Right. So yeah, that's in the 7th house, hanging out on that. It's like, I want to be in the 8th house though, sort of. Intuit brings about harmony and structure in relationships, right? So, those intuitive, compulsive thoughts, that you have pertaining to your relations, you should probably act on them at this moment. Maybe expand on your relationships. Let's do something different. Let's go skating or some shit. Let's get out our comfort zone. Do something different, right? Yeah, that's I'll be back on Wednesday. Islam.
But that's Brother Corey.
Oh, like yeah.
Islam, peace and love. All right, Monday, August 16th. Moon is in Sag. Sunrise is at, as Brother Jag already said, and the sunrise is at 6:25. Sunset is 1956. So the sun's starting to set a little earlier. Here we have Venus ingressing Libra at 26 minutes and 40 seconds into the new day. It's 15th lunar mansion. It's good energy to express yourself and your values through creative artistic expression and through business. So, maybe you want to, you want to get in the studio. Maybe you want to paint. Maybe you want to get some words out and some poems or something, get some things out on paper. Or maybe you are drafting up a business plan, or you want to find some way to creatively express yourself through your business. Since business creates kind of fruits for your labor, should be able to find some way to do that. So there's some good energy for that at 26 in the AM. You know what I'm saying? So moving right along, all the way into 1357, we have the moon squaring Mercury. Yeah, we got the moon square Mercury, 1357. The moon is at 8 minutes Sagittarius, 8 degrees Sagittarius, 42 minutes in the first. And that's squaring quartile or 90 degrees from Mercury at 8 degrees. Why did my mind just go blank there? Virgo, 42 minutes. Virgo, 42 minutes in the 10th house. All right, so don't allow the emotion attached to achieving your lofty goals to disrupt the flow of thought pertaining to the good work that needs to be done. All right, so remember the universal law, nothing escapes the law, as above, so below, right? So keep those emotions balanced as you deal with kind of the challenges that come up as we seek to achieve these goals in the realms of higher learning, metaphysics, and all these high philosophies and all these great things. And don't allow the thought, don't allow that to disrupt the thought to continue to get the work done. You know what I'm saying? Because shit, we got work to do. Moving right along, 1440. All right, in the PM, 1440, we got the moon sextile Saturn. Is that a retrograde Saturn? Yeah, I think is it? No, Saturn. Yeah, it is retrograde. It is retrograde.
He's chilling on that retro.
Yeah. So the moon is sextile retrograde Saturn at 1440. The moon is in Sag, still 9 degrees, 7 minutes in the first house, and Saturn retrograding at 9 degrees Aquarius, 7 minutes in the second. Learned lessons, right? So you already learned it already. So you learned the lesson and you got something from it. You took some type of wisdom away, hopefully, or you're going to repeat it, but you're not going to repeat it because, like I said, learned lessons pertaining to value systems allows one to intuit where to aim the arrow for higher philosophical degrees. Right? So you learn what you need to learn, so you know where to readjust your compass or readjust the hairs of the crosshairs, you know what I'm saying? So you can do what you can do to achieve your higher philosophical degrees. All right.
Indeed.
Continuing on, continue. At 1831, we have Luna squaring Mars. All right, Luna squares Mars. So Luna is still in Sag, 11 degrees, 23 minutes now. I found those numbers interesting, like an 11 master number and 23, but they just stuck out. So 11 degrees, 23 minutes in the 10th. And then we have Mars at 11 degrees, yeah, is that 11 degrees, 24? 24, okay, 11, 24. Maybe that's why it stuck out, because it was all misprint there. 11 degrees, 24 minutes, 11 degrees Virgo, 24 minutes in the 8th. One spirit and higher state of mind counters the war being waged against us in our inheritance, using our own culture and lack of knowledge for said culture against us. Because guess what? It's on an astrological degree. So like the fact that we don't know our shit is still being used against us. Yay. Keep going. Keep moving in the right direction. Keep learning, because your spirit and your higher state of mind actually counters the war. You know what I'm saying? So keep going in the right direction. All right.
May I add, Brother Corey, I think it's interesting with you pointing out the 11 scenario there, the fact that the 11th house cusp and the 8th house cusp are both at 11 degrees also.
Oh,
yeah, that's very interesting.
20 minutes.
Very, which means their opposites are at the same also. So that's very interesting.
That is
very interesting.
11's here. That's a very good observation.
Yeah, so that's very highlighting of those. All those energies are amplified for sure. Yeah.
5-11, 2 and 8.
Yeah.
Mars and Moon, whatever they're ruling, of course, Cancer, Aries, and Scorpio. I just think it's interesting, which means that energy is all playing a part in that midheaven there. You know, it's just we won't go there. I think we're going to kind of look at this a little more, because the fact that we write our own testimonies and then come together and see what we all come up with live on YouTube, man, wait till y'all see. Like, it's amazing how this theme is coming together, bro. And I'm just, as I'm listening to you guys delineate, I'm sitting here shaking my head in agreement, like, yes, that's exactly what I see too. All right. So anyhow, like, wow. You know what I mean? But anyway, it's just other things that I'm seeing that I just think like, whoa, like pay attention to that too, y'all. Like I didn't even see it till just now as you guys are delineating. I mean, giving testimony. So I yield. Islam, Brother Ford.
Islam, I think that's it for me, right? I hope that's
it's on me. Okay. All right. Wow.
That's all I got. You know what I mean?
All righty. Let me spotlight me real quick so you guys just don't see it. I guess I'm not even sure what they're seeing actually. My computer shows something different. But all right, here I am, guys. All right, so here I got the next 3 testimonies for the 17th August 2021. All right, and here, guys, with my testimony that I have here on my folded scroll, the moon is transiting Sagittarius. Sunrise is at 0626 minutes thereafter. Sunset 1900 hours and 54 minutes thereafter. And I'm going to reverberate, as it was said just a while ago, but Corey said, you know, the daylight hours are getting shorter. As we can see, as you guys just see, as we're giving these testimonies every cycle, you'll just see when we're saying sunrise and sunset, it's like, That's not quite 14 hours anymore. It's like 13 hours and 56 minutes. Okay, gotcha. All right. Anyway. So guys, the moon squares a retrograde Neptune. It's a quartile action going on there, 90 degrees. All right, so Luna is in Sagittarius in the second house in the 21st lunar mansion, 90 degrees in aspect to Neptune in Pisces in the fourth house in the 28th lunar mansion. And I bear testimony stating wisdom expressed from resources valued at home overcome the obstacles in unveiling resource security during character development. Wisdom expressed from resources valued at home overcome the obstacles in unveiling resource security during character development. So I'll give a little bit of that. Usually sometimes, when you coming into some information and you're cleansing your mind along the way, what usually happens, there's this standstill in how you're going to go about your survival. However, what you're doing is going through a transition of, instead of depending on exchanging your time for pecuniary compensation, you're finding out what it is that you have within yourself to generate resources for yourself.
Indeed.
Based off of things that you value at home. How are you resourceful at home is what you'll bring to the forefront, as far as maybe some merchantable business, so to speak, or merchant endeavor, so to speak. All right. So again, that was Luna at 22 degrees Sagittarius. All right, 30 minutes. All right. In 90 degree aspect to a retrograde Neptune in Pisces at 22 degrees 30 minutes. All right. Later at 1751 minutes thereafter, we see that there's a trine between Sol and Luna. So we have a solar lunar trine. All right, and it's interesting too that neurasthenia degree is popping up again for the moon now. The sun's at the degree pertaining to alcoholic from 25 to 26, but 25 degrees to 29 is astrology. All righty, and we're looking at Sol, the sun, and Leo in the 7th house and the 12th lunar mansion in 120 degrees aspect. That's a harmonious aspect to Luna in Sagittarius in the 12th house in the 21st lunar mansion. And I bear testimony stating creatively relating gardening principles to the youth is openly and easily expressed at home. Creatively relating gardening principles to the youth is openly and easily expressed at home. So this would be a great time to, do some, kinship gardening. Do it with everyone. We'll focus on the youth actually, learning. And when you see certain things or know certain things, this is where you can actually give certain wisdoms that, you can, not only have them learn during planting, but you're instilling and planting some values in them also. And lastly, for the 17th August 2021 at 2143 minutes thereafter, all righty, we have a sextile between Luna and Hove, right? That's what they call it, right? Hove, right? Jupiter is that. And actually, what would that be? That's what so-called Roman literatures I have read. But it would be spelled I-O-V-E, right? Eove, all right? So given the root for jovial, so Jupiter is a jovial planet, right? Significator, so to speak. So we have Luna in Sagittarius in the 9th house in the 21st lunar mansion still. Just changed houses, basically. Still same sign and mansion. And a growth opportunity aspect with Jupiter and Aquarius, retrograde, however, in Aquarius, in the 12th house and the 26th lunar mansion. And I bear testimony stating that cultural tailoring in the youth's home curriculum or erudition itinerary provides the growth opportunity to further expand socioeconomic values. So, so this is another opportunity to share some socioeconomic values and wisdoms during teaching how to sew, basically. So cultural tailoring in the youth home curriculum or erudition itinerary. So, hey, what's a part of the curriculum? Oh, well, today, it's, I don't know, Tuesday. On Tuesdays, we do, fashion and cultural tailoring. Great. If that's what your homeschooling curriculum is, or however you may do so, that provides the growth opportunity to further expand social economic values. All right. And with that, guys, I yield the floor to Brother Terrell, Tamari Bey, Islam.
All right. It's the 18th of August. Eloah Raphael, right? 1441. The sun seems to rise at 0627 minutes, and it seems to set at 1953, right? A lot of clarity going on with these days, right? 0158 minutes, the first aspect for the 18th of August. It's the moon going into Capricorn, right? That's what that is. Yeah, the moon ingress into Capricorn in the 6th house, hugging that 7th house, right? So, structure and values and creative and no. What am I saying? Structure, yes, and values, right? Is in your is goodness gracious. Structure to your ways of giving is, coming to the forefront. It's at the forefront, because you're always giving. So you're realizing the structure that it brings when you do, give your helping hand, so to speak, with this moon ingressing into Capricorn, right? So that's cool.
Oh, and pardon me. Yes, that was a moon void of course on my last one. I forgot to actually say that. So thank you for letting me know there was an ingress there. That was a 4 hour and 15 minute void of course for the moon. So yeah, make no online purchases or anything that's major for those 4 hours and 15 minutes. So thank you for reminding me again. So right there, 4 hours and 15 minutes until boom, right there at 158, which Brother Terrell just delineated. So all right, I yield. Thanks for the reminder, Brother Terrell.
Islam. All right, 0627 minutes. We're looking at the moon in Capricorn at 2 degrees 39 minutes. It's squaring Venus. Venus has moved into the sign it rules. Right, it's at 2 degrees 39 minutes. Right, so structure, values, and creative endeavors, right? Yes, should be communicated to avoid emotional disturbances, right? So, the differences within, value systems, differences within, routine and ways of structure, that being communicated can alleviate, the like I said, the emotional disturbances, pertaining to those differences, because it's just a difference. It doesn't really have to be a problem if you are, realizing that difference, if you can dig what I'm saying. Moving on. 2300, 28 minutes after, right? Mercury. This is Mercury, not the moon. Look at that. We're looking at Mercury, not the moon. So I had all these moon, the moon and the moon. Mercury conjuncts Mars, right, in Virgo, 12 degrees, 48 minutes. That's in the 5th house. It's hanging out in the 5th house, right? That's the 5th house. Are you hanging out in the 5th house? Yeah, you are. So actively training one's mind to initiate good fortune brings out the creator that you are, right? So, just realizing that you create, your experience, so to speak. You are the creator pertaining to your reality. Literature is definitely something that should be, or gardening too, like bro was talking about, like do something with your physical body, like challenge yourself, maybe with writing, I don't know, trying to garden, make a garden, planting something, working out, but more like more cerebral, more with the thoughts, the mind, writing, literature, painting, things like that. Maybe dancing too. Yeah, like controlling your mind, like coming to like really knowing like what makes you feel good. You know what I mean? Like in the mind, literally. We can move on, I guess. Yeah. This is what is that? 9 minutes later, literally, yeah. So 9 minutes later, right? The moon again, it just found its way, of course. It trines Mars in Virgo, 12 degrees, 48 minutes. 9th house, 5th house, right? So, oh yes, that's beautiful. You know, just again realizing who you are and just initiating that structure, like honor your ancient foremothers and forefathers. Really, like without them, you wouldn't even be able to listen to what's being communicated right now. Literally, life changes as you change your mind, right? So you know, if your mind is set on something, that's your mindset. So now you just think that's what it is. Okay, your mind is set. So changing that mindset will help you change, you know, what you're experiencing, so to speak, or how you look at what you're experiencing. Getting out of your comfort zone and finding pleasure in the quote unquote form, right? So things that you aren't used to, you know, doing things that you haven't done, or maybe, you know, things that you've stopped doing, like old hobbies. It may be hobbies that you've had that you've stopped doing, like, I'm not good enough. It's just a hobby. Like, you know, do it because of the joy of doing it, not for public publicity. No, just do it because you like to do it. Just sewing too, just like bro was talking about. Even if it's sewing, if you want to do something like that, do it because you like to, not because you are looking for fame and glory. All right. And this is kind of like the same this is like the same minute, but we'll just say 1 minute later. The moon is also trining Mercury, right? So that's just that. All of that is just at the forefront, you know, changing your mind, having the courage to change your mind, and from, you know, with the social upbringing or how we thought success should be, or we look at other people's thought process pertaining to success. So we say we have to be like that to know what success is. Like, no, that's not. Success is different pertaining to someone's, you know, mindset. Success can be to someone, you know, just making sure their family has food, clothing, and shelter. Some success to someone else can be, you know, taking someone's food, clothing, and shelter. So, you know, realizing those differences it's beneficial, and it'll bring clarity, right? So I delineated here. There is no one who will connect you to your mind, heart, and spirit better than self, right? So just take responsibility of, you know, your life and who you are and what you can create to, you know, assist other beings, you know, live their life accordingly to how they want to live their life, according to their free will, and being peaceful to other beings and not harming other beings, of course, period. That's the foundation, right? So take heed of those intuitive thoughts, you know, build your character. Just do it. It's what's happening. So I yield the floor. That's it. Is that it? That's it. That is it. That's Wednesday, 18th August, 1441. Islam.
Islam, that was, you know, that one right there, man. Those last three with the conjunction with Mars, and all of that. And if I could give a theme to all of our testimonies for the 12th to the 18th, it's almost like, if you want something to come into your life, you're going to have to make room by teaching something to someone else that they can utilize in theirs so they can gain. And then when they have gained, I hope they're realizing the collective message that they have to teach someone. It's a pay it forward kind of theme happening.
Word.
That's what I really see, especially with you completing your delineations for the 5th and 9th houses. What? Bro, that's the past and the future meeting each other. Word. You know what I'm saying? And what are we ending with? Values on the ascendant.
Word.
Is that a 6, 9, 2 and 4, 6, 9? Right? Look at, I'm just saying, I'm just pointing things out. 12 and 48, that's in the 3, 6, 9 arena too. I'm just pointing it out. Where's Venus? I'm curious to see in a 3 vibration too. I can't make it up.
Yeah.
I can't make it up, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? That 3, 6, 9 vibration, man. All right. I'm just going to see. It's a lot of things we don't speak on. And I know that we could expound upon, but we're doing our best to give, well delineated yet also simple, testimonies and synthesis that is. But man, if we just kind of went into detail just on a couple of these, man, there's so much you can draw out of it. It's like, whoa, not just numerology also, but it's like, man, like you can almost pinpoint where certain things may happen, with these energies, because each sign rules a so-called area on Earth that city corporations occupy. You know what I mean? So it's like, whew, look at that. So it's definitely I'll tell you, if people have something, no matter how old you are, but it's really almost a theme, like the elders teaching the youth type thing, but that's the general, but it's really like reach one, teach one, so that you can gain to move on to your next level. It's not a reach one, teach one, so you can just give away and nothing be replenished. No, it's like, hey man, you got this waiting for you. But it's almost like your computer, where you want to keep saving stuff, but you got to back some things up off your hard drive. But it's in the realm of manifestations in your life. You want this next manifestation where you got to kind of get rid of this. But if it isn't a physical getting rid of, it's really more of on the lines of breath exercise, and is the denotative thing, but we say spiritual, but it's a way that you're exercising in your life, and by you being able to go through meditative practices and contemplate on certain things, you realize paying it forward and gifting and imparting wisdom to another, where they can now have a aha and they see the light moment. Then that's how now you have made room on your hard drive, on your manifestation hard drive, and now you can wait for this next deposit to be installed, so to speak. And that's the theme I see, like, ultimately, because that's why, like I said, man, I thought my delineations was like, okay, let me see what they say. And so, and it happens every cycle live, and I'm like, yo, y'all stuff is just everything I was thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So I was like, yeah, I see that too. And y'all actually touched on some angles that I didn't think about, when I was like, yeah, I definitely see the like where certain keywords were used, where typically it would be for certain other things, but then I could see the combinations of planets and houses would still yield other houses' energy. It's like,
so many different avenues where.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like, yeah. This one here, man, this one got me kind of, I'm a little lit on this one, bro. It makes me want to see how the next, days are gonna really, because I observed, like I asked you guys questions before, like, hey guys, do you go back and look at your transits for after we do a live, and we all emphatically said unanimously, no. Right? It's like once we write it and recite it, it's like on to the next one. You know what I'm saying? However, when we go throughout our cycle and we be like, you know what? I think that I think Brother Corey said that was going to happen today. Yeah, I remember in his testimony. You know what I'm saying? And he looked like, wow. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's just
And
how I
I'm
look
pretty
at it.
sure people are starting to like, cherish more when we put our testimonies on the PDF and they could read it and they could go back to that day on that actual and they could, I know, but it's not, so you can get that on your own personally. That's the point now, so
Exactly.
dig that. Yeah, man.
Exactly. Gratitude indeed. Peace be unto you all. Again, time never was when man was not recording El Hajj Sharif Abdul Ali doing religious corporate activity, being prophet. Noble Drew Ali, guys. I have here saved on my home screen, 7heelstar.com. You guys, if you don't have an app for one of your favorite websites, I'm pretty sure 7heelstar.com is one of your favorites to get your astrological literacy or literature, experience, especially by nationals, Moorish Americans, right? That are, declared and proclaimed for the record, right? And in this, guys, we do have in the main featured product that we have here when we're doing this, and all honors to Prophet Noble Drew Ali. In the time never was when man was not, and study yourself, all right, and in man mind know yourself, right? In the process which mother chose to call upon all balanced law pertaining to the zodiac, we call that Father God Allah. Father, the process which mother chose God to call upon Allah, all balanced law pertaining to the zodiac. And you can have your full year 7 Hill Star Astro calendar and transit report, all right? And you guys will actually get a actual 12-part calendar that is aligned with your natal chart when you give us your natal time, natal date, natal location, and you will get a yearly report also. It is a steal, guys, for 180 units for the year. You cannot beat that. However, that is one lump sum up front before you receive anything. Okay, just to make sure I put it out there to be frank. All righty. So, however, you guys will not be disappointed. Sign on up and get that. I know it says 30 minutes or whatever, but you're not really speaking to anyone. You're just going to receive that piece there until I actually can find in the website how to just put. There's no time to it, but anywho, you can click that time travel now button. All righty. So the purple button is the time travel now button. You can click that and time travel on to making sure you can get it squared away. And we'll get that squared away for you guys. And also, never, ever, ever forget, guys, as we have here, guys, you already know, you guys can get your publicity, graphics, and website done. Soon you'll be able to get some other things, because coming soon is a marketplace for you guys that you will be able to grab some other things besides publicity, graphics, and website design from pinkilluminance.com. Guys will be able to get your hands on that. However, for the publicity, graphics, and website design, it's 60 units per the hour in lieu of lawful money. Also, the JaguarSolar AstroLiteracy review, 60 units per the hour in lieu of lawful money. Also, the AstroCore AstroLiteracy review is 60 units per the hour, along with the Who Am I and What's My Purpose, which is also 60 units per the hour. I thought I already pressed the 120 on that. However, it's still saying 108. However, if it still says 108 when you sign up for the Mirror Astro Literacy course, I will honor the 108. However, once it says 120, it'll say 120, and I guarantee it'll still be rising, guys. Because we've got a lot more things coming, and we're about to start putting the love and relationships readings on there also, as well as where to advertise your business based on astrocartography. All right, giving you guys some treasure maps for your business so that you can effectively advertise wherever, and we can do that, for your business, provided the date you started your business, the time, and things of that nature if you're really serious. And we are an astrological firm. Honestly, 7heelstar.com is an astrological firm, and when you get that analysis, and you want to go even further into it, a little deeper, you really want to get the 7 Hill Star team on looking at how your business thrives throughout the year, then you're going to have to set up a meeting with myself, Brother Corey, and Brother Terrell, We already have the details figured out as far as what it takes to get us for the year in that sense, so to speak. But I guarantee you, you're going to have to make sure you have your budget in order because we definitely are doing a team CRH rate, and really at each of us, and I'm just going to put it out there, each of us are worth minimum 300 per hour. So you're talking just a $9,000 retainer just for 10 hours. So you're going to be wise, okay, with your which season you want to look at. You know you want a season, analyzed by us and go in on where you should advertise your business and how you should do it and get some detailed reports and analysis of how we see things or whatever. 9 times out of 10, yeah. And I'm going to keep it a buck with you. It's a firm, so to speak. You wanted to go to a so-called barrister and they want $290 per hour with, a 10-hour retainer. It's like, hey, that's $2,900 for someone who's really not having your interest in it. So yeah, so you get 3 astrologers for 10 hours for $9,000. That's a steal. So, and that's actually, and that's respectful at where all astrologers technically really should be. However, we're Moorish American nationals. At the forefront of our mind, we have Prophet Noble Ali. We're being pure heart, being sincere intent, being love, and being honored, guys. With that being said, what I just wanted to really go into lastly is these classes that we have also. Hold on, what did I just do there? I just did something. Give me 1 second, guys. 2 seconds, actually. Boom, shakalaka. There we go. That's how I want to see things, right? Alrighty, there we go. So, alrighty. Now to check this last part here, classes and events, guys. Remember, the first class we would love for you guys to always get is the Astrology 101 Workshop 2020. All right, it has 5 of the introductory videos plus extras, and it also has another set of videos in there for you also, guys. And we're giving away I got to be honest, one brother was saying, man, that's like 1,500 notes worth of stuff you giving out in that, man. It's like, oh, I know, 1,500 units in lieu of lawful money minimum. However, again, we have a charge. In order to change the people, you must change their literature. However, a servant's worthy of his hire. So we're not going to just cast our pearls before swine. You're going to really, exchange remuneration for what we provide, respectfully. So this will be the first one to get the Astrology 101 Workshop 2020. Google Drive archive, alrighty. 135 units in lieu of lawful money for the LMO's honorary tuition, alrighty. These archive classes, you guys can take on your own at your own pace. You can pause, rewind, do whatever you want. You'll have access to it as soon as you exchange your LMO's honorary tuition in full. You'll have access to it for a lifetime. So my immediate suggestion is, when you get access, download everything, because everything's downloadable. I'm not going to have you exchange your LMO's honorary tuition. And you can't take it with you and put it on your own hard drive and back it up as many times you want. Be my guest. That's fine. All we say is do not put our work on the internet. So we're on it. We will have your stuff removed. When we find it, we'll have it removed completely. Just because we're really in harmony with what we're supposed to be doing and what we're supposed to be doing and our charge. 7 Hillstar Astrology, AstroLiteracy Sessions Protocol Certification Workshop Intensive is what's going on now. We just completed cycle 4. We have now 8 more cycles to go. We'll be complete the 3rd October 2021. Also, we just completed before that the Prophet Noble Ali University AstroCivics Community Meetup. All righty, meet Prophet Noble Ali in his literature. That one there, I mean, fire. Come on. That's really what it is there on that one. All righty, you guys get 4 videos there. Remember, each video is 27 units, guys. And each video, each video is usually average to about 4.5 to 5 hours. And maybe there may be one video out of all these videos that we've done. I think we've done over 70 something videos in less than a year and a half, over 70 something videos. That's archived here, and maybe one of them, maybe 2.5 hours, maybe one. All righty, that's intro, and it's not an extra. I'm talking about one of the main ones. You know, the extra videos, the after classes and stuff that I don't even advertise because I'd rather you guys just find out that there's extra stuff there when you get it. So that's why we do what we do. Also, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali University AstroCivics Community Meetup. That was the second one that I'm just reading there, and the first one is actually within the 101 workshop. All righty, so we done did 3 different Prophet Noble Drew Ali Universities. Probably do a fourth one after we finish this workshop intensive. Go a little harder as far as a little more focus into nationality, birthrights, jurisprudence, and AstroCivics, so to speak. Even though it's all AstroCivics to me. The Astrology 101 Workshop 2021 on Horary, guys. If you're interested in that, the Magi Infinity Sphere Astrology on Horary and Prashna, guys. $324 for the eleemosynary tuition in lieu of lawful money. You can get that there. The Astrology 101 Workshop 2020 Amplified is really the second one you should get after getting the Astrology 101 Workshop 2020 Google Drive archive. All righty, because all of them are archived on Google Drive. I just said it once, and then I give the idea you guys know. $324 also for that amplified one also. Solar arcs, right? Astrology 101 Workshop 2020 Solar arcs and more. You guys check out those 4 videos. Very powerful, very informative in 4.5 hour, 5 hour chunks of videos, so to speak. So usually you're going to get anywhere between 16 to 20 hours worth of video at least every workshop. Unless it's something where it's only 3 videos like the last one, the Astrology 101 Workshop 2021, 3 cycles zodiacal review, where that one is just going over what did we do for the year, prior. So, we just went through this all from April to April, April 2020 to April 2021. This is our review. This is how we, so that's 81. And we actually went over some things in that too. That's very helpful. And also the Astrology 101 Workshop 2020 Synastry and we. So that means, guys, that's why I said we're going to actually have 11 relationships, AstroLiteracy sessions or whatever, or, love horoscope readings for those that just want to hear it in short, love horoscope readings, right? So we're going to do that because some people are like, what do you mean by Synastry?
I won't talk about love.
Yeah. Well, just think about it. There would be no need to make or bring up a natal chart if somebody wasn't doing some humping around.
Where?
I'm going to keep it a whole buck with you. The reason there's a natal chart is because some people was doing some bumping middles. Right?
But no, I don't think it quite happened that way. I think maybe they were made in a laboratory.
They were made in a laboratory. There was some test tube babies. Let me stop. No. However, we about to. I can feel it coming on. Let's close out. I can feel it. We're about to do it. We're about to start.
Wrap it up.
Yo.
We're about to start doing it. Guys. So check that out. All the featured products, guys. We do still have the 7 Hill Star Astro Calendar, guys. It's still going to be 36 units, guys. You still can get your hands on it now because it's a custom calendar, guys, made by us. So still 36 notes to get the full calendar that I know that we're still going through. We're halfway through it, but you're like, man, you're halfway through it already. Hey, it's a novelty. Who else has their Astro Calendar like this, featuring Prophet Noble Drew Ali and astrology for you guys? Like, for novelty purposes and a souvenir, it stays at 36 units in lieu of lawful money. All righty, so back to the all products. However, you guys know you can download for free. All righty, for free, you can download the Astrology Street with Brother Hasan Ghaziel Bey title sequence and 7 Hill Star. Well, it's really the poster. You can watch the video and download the poster. That's for free. All righty, you guys, to see anything with the 0 in exchange of in lieu of lawful money. So those are some really powerful study tools, and I gave those out because if you really know what to do with those, those are some really powerful tools. So for annual perfection cycle study sheet, and there's a 7 Hill Stars Zodiacal releasing dimensions and cycle study poster also. Don't forget to get your little Starseeds AstroLiteracy set. Okay, guys, for 30 units in lieu of lawful money. And you get 5 different literatures there, 4 different folded books, and a set of the 7 Hill Star Astro Aura cubes, where you can do a seamless origami cube of 12 different astrology cubes, all right? Astro cubes, Astro Or cubes, all right? So that you can learn with you and your loved ones, all right? So with that being said, guys, thank you so much. Check out when I put this weather report up there for the 12th to the 18th. And guys, when it's myself, Brother Hasan Ghaziel Bey, Brother Corey Bey, and Brother Terrell Tamari Bey, guys, get your readings done by either all or one of us. Because at the end of the day, guys, you're going to get the best of the best because we all are 7 Heel Star certified. All right. So and soon, I think next week, next cycle, we can maybe we can all bring to the camera our certification, so to speak, for 7 Heel Stars. So you get 7 Heel Star certified. That means you can express your industrial endeavors astrologically via 7heelstar.com. It's the whole point of the workshop intensive right now, right? So with that being said, guys, what I am going to do is sign on off here, guys. Any last comments, questions, and or suggestions from my broski doskis?
Be yourself.
And donate. And donate. Straight up. Basil! Brother Corey over there kicking it with Basil. Basil! That's gonna be the first dog that delineates astrology. It's gonna bark.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you. It's gonna be like Moor Reptile. I'm joking.
Retrograde.
Yeah, she's gonna be like an astro pup, right? Seriously, man. I really think like the astrology, like even that, like wait till we put up the pet astrology readings, because I know those of you that are really your pet lovers, and you can get Synastry on anything. We can put your chart together with your pet and see if what it is. As you guys see, like Basil and Brother Corey are a match made in heaven. Seriously. No, I'm serious, man, because you can see certain energies and what things are. Seriously. And one was to, and I'm pretty sure Brother Corey has, do an astrology chart and see what the interacting, aspects are, the interaspects. Like, wow, this is amazing how this happens. Like, because I remember my brother had a dog that was, manifested in May. And I'm like, oh, that dog's a Taurus. We had a really rough start, but it ended up being my fave. But however, Taurus is 60 degrees away from my sun sign and ascendant. So it was only no wonder we would eventually get along. We would be, communicating well. You know what I'm saying? So, because technically Cancer is the 3rd house of Taurus, and Taurus is the 11th house of Cancer. So we're going to get along. You know what I'm saying? So I just was like, wow. It was a rough start at first, but it was like once we got past the rough start, it was like, oh, okay, cool. I get, what it is. But anyhow, Basil's adorable.
Yeah, man. We don't know actual birthday though, because she is a rescue. So we just know April 2020.
That's not that, but it'd be funny if it was when we started the workshops, which was
oh my God.
Yeah, 19th, right?
Yo,
Aries. Wow.
That would. And I think I had a Zodiacal releasing foreshadowing period on the 30th of April. I think. Yeah. Yeah, foreshadowing to 2028, I think. So yeah, that's interesting, bro, that you even mentioned those numbers. I mean,
that's funny.
Yeah, so well, I yield the floor. It is 2118. Look at that. Another 3 and a 9, right? 2118. All righty. My beloved brothers in whom I'm well pleased, and Basil Bey. Even a dog national.
Boom. Basil Bamboo Bay in the building.
Yeah,
what I mean? Even a dog has a nationality. I'm saying, hey, declare proclaim your nationality because dogs are nationals before you.
She just inherited that. You did what I said.
I mean, come on. Since when? I'm telling you, that dog has rights. Y'all think I'm joking?
She stopped and looked at the camera when you said that shit.
She know it. She was like, That's what that was. Look, that's what that was. So, all righty, my beloved brothers and whom I'm well pleased. You all enjoy yourselves. Rest well. It's an early evening this evening, right? So I can get started on some things early. And thanks to Brother Terrell Tamari Bey for being the time czar. He's like, yo, can we do this early? He's like that every cycle. I swear. But sometimes I'd be like, delineate. Okay, let me go and do this. Delineate. I'm going to do this. Delineate. Let me help segment with the baby because usually she's always with the baby because right now the baby's just like, titty. And so it's like, but when I can assist and give her a break, it's like, all right, let me just walk around with the baby, you know what I'm saying? And then I get back and delineate. Walk around with the baby some more, All right. It is what it is. All right, y'all. Love you, brothers. Namaste.
Thank you, bro.
Namaste.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace and love.